failing forward. And I love this picture. I just think it is adorable. The concept of failing forward comes from falling forward in football, where you fall forward so you get the down, so you get the extra yardage. But it's a great principle if you can relate to any goal that you have, because you're always going to pass failure on the way to success. So you have to know that you're going to have a lot of failures, but you need to learn from them. When I attended the Maui Writers Conference several years ago, what they said was that the best authors out there, they have been rejected 20 or 30 times, but it's the 21st time, the 31st time that their book gets picked up and they go crazy, you know, it goes wild. So you need to always be prepared so you fail forward. Don't lose the lesson when you fail. So I came back from that conference really inspired, you know, with my etiquette book idea. And so I remember one of the agents that I had met out there, I contacted her with my book proposal, the way they told us we were supposed to contact an agent. So we really learned all the intricacies of the writing, non-medical type writing. So I contact this agent, and the agent sends me back a rejection. But with the rejection, she said, you know, I'm sorry I can't do your book because there's a conflict of interest. I'm already doing another etiquette book, so I can't really pit one author against another that I'm working with. She said, however, and she went on to describe why my book was valuable, and the 3 sentences that she used, I could not have said better. I then put those into all my other future proposals and into the preface of the book. I learned that, so I failed forward. I failed as far as getting that, but I took an idea and went on from there. I tried to get an endorsement from Disney for a book on etiquette, and spent like a long time writing my letter and everything, sent the letter the way I was supposed to contact the person, immediately got a rejection saying, we can't, it's our Disney policy that we can't do this. Well, you know, I was disappointed, but those 90 minutes I spent on that letter, I had a great letter to go on for my next person. So you have to look at it that way. You fail somewhere, but you fail forward, and you just keep passing failure along the way. If you've never been rejected anywhere, you're probably not aiming high enough. So I think that's really important. And I can tell you an example of the biggest failure I thought I had in my career turned out to be a great opportunity for success, and that was related to the NCLEX exam. Now, how many in this room took the exam when it was 2 full days? Okay, so we have about half the room. So we think you new people have it easy. The way we had it, 2 full days where we had a section on OB, peds, medical, surgical, psych. And so I remember when I graduated from the University of Maryland, and I was going in the Army Nurse Corps, I was from Pennsylvania, so I said, you sure I shouldn't take my boards in Pennsylvania? And our instructor said, no, it doesn't matter because you're going to get reciprocity wherever you take it. So I said, okay. So I got out, went in the Army, got my master's. My first job was in New York State, so my first teaching job. So I applied for reciprocity, and they reject me. They said there was a cheating scandal in New York City the day that I took my boards in Maryland. So here it is, 6 years after being out of school. I had only worked med-surg. Med-surg is the only area I like in nursing. People that know me, I'm not a newborn nursery or an OB nurse. That scares the life out of me. Med-surg, I love. So I had worked med-surg all this time, had my master's in med-surg, had to go to New York right before I'm taking my new job there and take the NCLEX exam. I thought, gosh, what if I fail? I mean, how do I tell them the new faculty member didn't pass the boards? So I took the exam, I passed. Med-surg was so easy for me, I thought they must think I'm cheating, because I think I got 100%. But I'm thinking as I walked out of there, you know, they asked a lot of questions about lab tests and IVPs and barium enemas, and I thought, I only know that because of my experience. Where do we teach that? So I'm into my new job thinking, I wonder where we teach that, because I don't remember really learning it as a student. So I saw we hardly taught it anywhere, a little bit here and there. Well, that was my idea for a book. So that's an example of failing forward. My lowest experience, having to retake that at the time when I had to move. You know, talk about stress. A move a new job, a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, and my husband with a new job, and not knowing anybody in the area that we were moving to. So it was a very stressful time, and that's what came out of that. So fail forward. Don't be afraid to say that you failed in something. I spoke at a conference once, and a woman came up to me and she said, you know, I like what you said about failure. She said, I worked in the OR for 30 years, and they phased out my position. She said, I was devastated, but I got a better job. So, you know, that experience that she had led to something better.